Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is semi-final fight number 1 in Eternal's 4-man heavyweight Grand Prix. It is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of MMA action. It is sponsored by Combat Sports Insurance. Introducing first, fighting under the blue corner. He stands at 1.95 meters tall with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, representing Mortamuffica Gym, hailing from Bacchus Marsh, Australia, residing in Melton, Australia. Introducing Ricky the Barbarian Biechun.
Of course, being a New Zealand crowd.
And his opponent fighting out of the right corner. He stands at 1.85 meters tall, representing Infinity MMA and Porterhouse Jiu-Jitsu in mixed martial arts in Brisbane. He has 3 wins, 2 losses, hailing from Auckland, New Zealand, residing in Brisbane, Australia. This is Jack Tuave. 3 5-minute rounds with the well-rinsed referee in charge is the UFC's Mark Craig.
And, he's a mountain of a man. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't like getting caught by a sprawl on the bottom of him. He is a huge guy.
Sprawl, right hand, like you name it. You don't want to be on the anything.
No.
On the end of anything that Jack's throwing.
And range, really important for Ricky Biechun early. This is the first round of 3 5-minute rounds, professional MMA action. Mark Craig, third man in centre ring. Ricky Biechun in the blue. Jack Tuave in the engaged shorts with the red tape on his gloves. Looking for that right hand early.
Just missed.
Pushes his man to the cage. Both men dry at this point. He just needs to be cautious here already. Biechun reaching over his head. Arm over the top. He's gone now for double unders. Pushing him back against the cage. Raw power from Tuave and reversing that position. But he's got his hands clasped in that high body lock.
Yeah, massive strength shown by Jack, but Ricky doing a great job. You know, if he can keep Jack here on the cage and kind of wear him down, he takes away just a little bit of the power. But nonetheless, Jack Tuave fights his way out of that quite well, and he lands a left hook on the exit.
Well, they both landed there. There's that right hand that narrowly missed. He rolled it a little. And look, he was doing well in the clinch, and particularly when he was grinding his head up against the chin of the shorter man. Missed with that right hook. And again, missed with another right hook. He's gone under a couple of shots, Ricky Biechun, and a good strategy here. Again, going with the body lock, putting him off balance. He's got him just one leg on the ground at this point. Really working his leverage.
I was just going to say, Mike, I like the strategy from Ricky. He's not spending too long on the feet, and you can see there, Jack, he does have a go. He's got his neck, but Ricky seems fine. He's posturing up quite well, but that's not a place where you want to be for too long.
No, not with a guy with just the sheer power of Tuave, and you can see he's connected his hands there. Ricky, though, seems comfortable in there, looking for that single leg. Hasn't got any leverage at this point. They're calling for the guillotine from his corner, but he's let go of that, thudding away to the kidney region.
Big body shots by Jack.
Those are huge hands. Just spades for hands, this man. And Biechun, he's just trying to connect his hands. And that's a pretty big backside to get around, trying to suck it in, looking for that single leg. He's just starting to suck out those hips. Tuave, and you can just see he's getting sucked further and further down. And he needs to be very cautious, needs to try and bump Biechun up. Use the hips to drive him up.
He's looking for a double leg here, but Jack's doing a good job getting his hips square off the cage.
Just needs perhaps to turn a little more side on.
Yep, there he goes. No, not just yet.
And he's a big man to move too. And look, he's investing a lot of energy very early, Ricky Biechun, but in terms of conditioning, it'll be interesting to see how Tuave's conditioning under pressure like this holds up. Also takes away some of that sting from your striking power.
Yeah, absolutely, and this could work in Ricky's favour, not just with the conditioning aspect if it does make it past the first round, but also on the judges' scorecards. He's applying pressure to Jack, doing quite well, and he gets him down there, Mike.
Yeah, he hasn't slid that leg in though. Looks like he should be able to get out pretty comfortably. Hasn't connected the hands. He's got his left hand behind the head. Now let's see. He's got an underhook on the far side. Let's see if he gets to his feet.
Yeah, Jack doing quite well to get back to his feet here. He's got to watch a guillotine. He's doing well.
Now, let's see how Tuave goes pressing Biechun against the cage. Got the underhook on the far side, got back to his feet. Let's see if he can work that single leg. Good defense from Ricky Biechun. Now, he's got longer arms for the guillotine, bonier as well. Although he's just looking to reverse the position at this point.
Yeah, but a very, very thick neck and body to wrap up. Ricky Biechun doing quite well, but Jack doesn't seem to be in any trouble here. Trying to isolate a leg there.
No, he's got him away from the cage. And, well, good strength, good balance from Biechun. It was a little rough from Jack Tuave, and Biechun gets that leg trip. Now he's looking to take his back.
He's got to turn into him here. He's got to turn in, not out.
And Tuave straight into mount now. He does have a BJJ blue belt. A little bit limited by what he can do because he's right up against the cage. Biechun looking to isolate an arm. Raining down with that right hand. And you can hear the corner of Tuave saying, keep those arms in.
He extended his right arm there. Ricky will take that if he does it again.
I think he's just good to consolidate that position, make him feel his weight. He was looking for the Americana there for a moment. Maintaining that mount position. Good way to finish the round for Ricky Biechun. Just make him feel, rain down a bit of ground and pound. Look, we haven't seen any sign. What worried me from Tuave, he's such a big man. We didn't see any sign of him trying to bump him off or trying to reverse that position. Let's see as we go to the towels. Ended the round two, full mount.
Yep.
Not damaging ground and pound, but it must suck the energy out of such a big man in Tuave.
Indeed it does.
Mark Craig about to full time on round two. Tuave, he's not breathing too heavily.
It looks quite fresh here.
Let's see, he's got very heavy limbs, but let's see if he's still got that snap to his shots. He is such a big man. Ricky Biechun, though, noticing he's drifting to his right, away from the right-hand power of Tuave. Maybe exchange leg kicks.
Ricky landed a left hand there as Jack was coming in.
He missed with the right hand, and again, it's clearly a strategy. Go under the right hand, or when he misses the right hand, look for that body lock, get him up against the cage. Tuave reverses. Biechun over-unders. Little knee against the body. But look, while he's got him up against the cage, he doesn't have room to leverage and land those big bombs. Wrist control there, look for the single momentarily. Both these boys starting to slicken up. That head control by the taller man against the shorter man is really annoying. Jack changed his head position, took that away from him, but Ricky goes straight back to it. The other side of the body, and you're hearing the corners, grind that head.
You can see Ricky's actually not using too much energy here. I mean, he's doing most of the work, so he's actually getting maximum reward with a little bit of a less risk as he goes for a shoot there and he gets it, just a single leg. That'll go down on the judges' scorecards as a win in my eyes.
Yeah, Tuave not too heavy on his hips, so he doesn't sprawl out with a great deal of dexterity. That was a big left knee, though. Oh, there's a big right hand there. The hammer is starting to fly. There's the uppercut. Biechun needs to be very cautious. He's up against the cage. Another uppercut. He's trading now. Needs to get off the cage and back out on his bike. Well, he's closed it up. Now the big man is on top. Moving into mount. Three-quarter mount, I think. No, it's full mount. Now let's see.
You're right in front of us, Mike.
Biechun trying to posture him down. Trying to get control there. And again, he's in the cage. Short elbows with the left hand. Thudding shots. You can hear them resonating above us ringside. Biechun moving. He's
got to move. He's got to move them massive shots.
He's a very big man to get off him.
Wow, wow.
Just poor control there from Tuave. Just needed to maintain that position, pushed it up too high. Now Biechun moving into side control. And let's see how much energy Tuave has expended. Knee on belly. Decided not to transition over into full mount. But Biechun took some big shots there himself. And he consolidates that position now in full mount. And, well, they're taking turns.
Well, Jack almost just fell off there. I don't know if he slipped or if he just ran out of gas, but
That left arm is coming up once again. Biechun just needs to soften him up. He's looking at that arm straight away.
now Ricky's in a good spot.
Yeah, he's just taking a little bit more time too. Not as hurried with his shots. But again, there's no knee in the backside. There's no oopers, if you like, to try and get this man off him. That was a little shrimp there. He's such a big man. He really needs to get on his side and get him off him. Now he's almost turning to halfway.
Well, Jack's got to move here unless...
But the referee is not throwing anything back. The referee will call it soon. And his corner is imploring him to work. Biechun not hitting him with big shots, but it's death by 1,000 cuts and nothing is coming back at this point.
Not at all.
A minute 10 to go, still plenty of time. Biechun's almost turned him on his back. I think he should just continue to consolidate this position. Trying to isolate that arm. Maybe just going to a high mount.
As you heard from the corner, it almost seems like his legs are asleep. Jack's got to kind of explode or do something here.
Well, there's elbow city there for Biechun if he chooses to throw them. Just those short elbows from the top of his left hand if he chose to throw them. Posturing up now with his right.
He's got to move.
It just finally moves there. Biechun pulls him back in, compresses him down. 27 seconds to go. The referee must be watching very closely. I think the thing is, though, Biechun's not doing huge damage. And that's what's saving Jack Tuave. He's able to sit there, but he's falling a long way behind on the card. Final 10 seconds. Let's see if he explodes. Let's see if Biechun goes for a submission or something from here. Less risky with just 10 seconds left.
End of round 2.
Well, starting shots there. Biechun, though, showed a decent chin, and he survived.
Come on, Auckland, New Zealand, let's make some noise for the boys as they come out for round 3.
Well, we're going into round 3. The instruction from Jack's corner would be you'd have to finish this fight because leaving it in the hands of the judges, not so convincing.
Well, I'd be surprised if Biechun is at 2 rounds up under the 10-point must system.
Round 3.
Tuave, though, we know he literally carries the hammer. Biechun looking very weary himself, arm weary. Sledgehammer jab from Jack Tuave. Big body shot. And that one right into the floating ribs. That one would have hurt him. Did well to keep it long. He's just sloppy himself, Biechun now. He's tired. Now, both these big boys looking particularly ragged. Biechun, though, has done well in most of the grappling exchanges, particularly as the round ebbs past the first minute. Right hand coming out of that clinch. Just a bit of a scratch there for Tuave. Biechun, he's continuing to rock forward. Just think he needs to be defensively a little more responsible. He can walk into a shot.
Jack still packs that power, but he is breathing very heavily at the moment.
He's constantly defending, and he's been defending throughout. Biechun trying to drawing the hands around the back, looking for that double again. Oh, Tuave's leaning to the wrong side for the attempt at a guillotine. And he's got to be careful of that left knee up high as well. That is free for Biechun. Already in position for guillotine right there. Biechun just trying to suck that leg in. They are huge legs. 2 very, very big men. No one was in nothing position. Wise work from referee Mark Craig. And both of them, big, deep breaths, sucking in the big ones. Biechun, oh, that looked like a big knee. He just missed it from this camera angle. Biechun coming in for that double leg again. Tuave, though, he's running on fumes himself. The lactic acid really built up. Trying to get Ricky Biechun off him. 2.5 minutes left. Half a round. Most likely Biechun ahead in this bout. The big man from Brisbane really needing to find something to get Ricky Biechun off him. He needs to get him out of there.
Yeah, I think that's the only way he's going to win that fight, is if he can get Ricky out of there. But
he just looks so fatigued. Like, he almost fell into that position. That was less a takedown and more of just fatigue. 2 minutes 16, Ricky Biechun in an open half guard, but he's tired himself. I'll tell you what, if you were Henry Burns or Dion Murray, you'd be looking at this and saying, I am loving what you guys just keep this up, because both of them very fatigued. This is the first semi-final, of course, of the heavyweight Grand Prix. They will have to fight, or the winner will have to fight again. Biechun not making much of an effort to get out of that half guard at this point. Back to Tuave.
both guys just completely gassed here, Mike. You can see it on their faces, but Ricky's starting to dig deep here. If he can stay here for the next minute and a half, you'd have to say he wouldn't be too far away from a first win on our pro card here tonight.
Well, he's pushed the pace throughout. He's dominated most of the grappling exchanges against the cage, and he's ended in this position on numerous occasions. And Jack Tuave, he hasn't shown much in the way of ability to escape when he's been on the bottom. It'll be interesting to see now, if now those arms are fatigued, whether Biechun goes for a key lock, goes for a submission, or he's just going to continue to consolidate and build up points. Not a lot of activity from the bottom there. And again, he's showing no signs of trying to push him off, trying to shrimp out of there.
It's just tough when you carry that size, you carry that power. There is a consequence in saying that the gas tank may not go all 3 rounds.
A little bit of movement there from Tuave. Just for a moment, it looked as if he may have Biechun off balance. Now he's looking for that arm now. Fighted against it. Short elbows from the top. 28 seconds to go.
Just going to chop away here, Mike.
Just needs to consolidate this position.
There
He's managed to regain to half guard, got the underhook on the far side, but just doesn't have the energy.
So tough.
And you can see just the size of the guy presents difficulty when he starts to move.
Indeed it does, as we count down the last few seconds.
Well,
there you have it.
It was all about conditioning.
Fighters to the center of the cage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of heavyweight mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision where we find a unanimous decision winner. For your winner, Ricky the Barbarian Biechun.
And it was a rugged performance by Ricky Biechun.
I'm here with our winner, Ricky Biechun. Ricky, firstly, congratulations on a great performance. You know Jack's got some power in those hands. Was that the game plan coming into this fight here tonight?
The main thing we prepped for was staying out of the way of that right hand. We know he's got devastating power with it, so if we can nullify that in any way, that's what we were trying to do.
You ready to win that heavyweight title?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Ricky Biechun, ladies and gentlemen.